I was a good officer, straight down the line. And then I met her. I'd never met anyone like her. She was quiet, gentle, and I loved her. And she loved me too. Oh, there was no pressure. There was no need. Then they killed her. I've been looking for someone like that ever since. There's no one. There's nothing left but the scum like the ones who killed her. I thought for a while that perhaps you...
I'm going out on probation. I'm going to live at the halfway house now.
Well, Susie's living in that halfway house. Now, I'm going to get every prisoner who leaves here to check you out. And if you so much as give her a headache powder, I'll break your bloody neck.
I'd like to see Mrs. Davidson, please.
What about?
I'd like to lay a formal complaint about one of the officers.
Well, which one of us this time?
Officer Ferguson.
Who else? Now, come on, you didn't get very far last time.
This time it's different. This time I've got witnesses. Lots of them.
Where did you hear about this, Simpson?
Maxine Daniels told me.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that was the most reliable source of information.
But Miss Ferguson admitted it. She told me she was having an affair with this woman who was killed in an accident. She thought that Maxine and her friends were involved, and she went berserk and bashed them. A couple of them were in hospital for weeks after, apparently.
Wait outside, Simpson. What do you think, Mrs. Powell?
Well, it doesn't surprise me. As you know, I have my doubts about Joan. But that bit about the woman's accidental death, that doesn't ring true. If anything, I'd be more inclined to think that the other women ganged up on her. And I do not believe that Joan Ferguson admitted to anything.
No, I agree. But if what you say is true, it could account for Simpson's obvious distress. Maybe she thinks she could suffer the same fate. I'll have to verify the story.
How are you going to do that? Joan's record's obviously clean. I doubt whether the department have a confidential file on her.
Well, even if they have, I doubt they'd let me see it. Mr. Douglas seems determined not to stir up a hornet's nest. No, I shall ring up the governor in Queensland myself and check it out. If it's true, we can't risk keeping her here.
We've got a new guest.
Hi, Suze.
Hi. Inspector Grace stood up for Dawn in the courts today. She got out on probation, provided that she stays with us for a while.
Oh. Susie, I know that you and Donna have had your differences, but it's very important to the house that she stays here with us. If we can help her to stay on the straight and narrow, the courts might send other women here instead of sending them to jail.
Oh, I suppose she'll be sharing with me then.
I don't know about that.
Well, there aren't any other rooms ready. It's either yours or mine. Oh, it's all the same to me. Come on, Donna, I'll show you where it is.
I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
Oh, I think Susie's learned a lesson. She's a smart kid. I don't think she'll let Mason lead her into anything again.
Yeah, well, she certainly won't if I have anything to do with it. Oh, by the way, thanks very much for sticking up for me in court today. I really appreciate it.
No thanks are needed. I didn't want her going back to Wentworth. She'd be no bloody good to me there.
Yeah, I bet she wouldn't be.
Well, you know me, Bryant. I don't do anything for nothing. She gave a lot of evidence this morning, little Miss Mason, and a lot of people are going to be stirred up. They'll be sharpening their knives for her, I should think.
You set her up deliberately.
Well, you could say I'm just using her to bait a trap, that's all. Look, there'll be nothing to worry about. No danger for anyone here. I'll have a car outside with 2 guys in it 24 hours of the day. I've just got to see what comes out of the woodwork, that's all.
No way. I'm not having any cops sniffing around this place all the time.
No one's going to know that they're coppers. Besides, you've got no choice.
Oh, haven't I? I run this place, remember? All I've got to do is throw Donna out of here. She'll lose her probation and end up back inside like that.
Oh, I don't think you'll do that, Bryant. After all, you want the courts to send other people here, don't you, as an alternative to prison?
She is not the only guest. I've got lots of women to consider, or I will have soon enough.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but I've got to keep the place under police surveillance.
Well, I'm sorry too, Inspector, but you're not.
It's a bit of a swap, isn't it? Me moving into your room.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly the Hilton here either, is it?
No.
I didn't want it to be like this, Susie. Honest, I didn't.
Didn't you?
Of course not. I didn't invite you to my place so you'd go on the game, you know that. It was Des. As soon as he saw you, the dollar signs lit up in his eyes, and that was it. He had me over a barrel, Suze. He had the drugs coming in, and I had to do what he said. You don't know what it's like when you're hooked. You'd sell your own mother for a fix. Anyway, that's all behind me now, according to the magistrate. All I've got to do is go to one of them drug referral places, and they dry you out in 6 months. I'll be a normal human being again, eh? Unless I go bloody mad first.
You know, I'm sorry that Maxine's gone. She was a real hoot, that one. Yeah, hysterical. Just bloody lucky I never caught her doing a deal with Ferguson. Oh, Mrs. M. Any news of our Donna?
I haven't heard anything.
Well, she better not bugger up the halfway house. Oh, you sound sorry that she got out. No? Well, makes perfect sense to me. Let's throw her back on the street so she can pump some more of that garbage into herself. At least in here she'd a chance of getting off it.
Hey, B, wanna come and sit here?
What for? That's my table.
Yeah, but Hannah's got a real good story to tell us about Maxie and the freak.
I'm all ears.
There's no truth in it at all, Governor. And as for my confessing to her, I've never heard anything so ridiculous. I know my job better than to have heart-to-heart conversations with prisoners.
Of course. But you did know Maxine Daniels in Queensland, didn't you?
Yes, I knew her. She and her cronies caused more trouble in Bogger Road than all the other inmates put together. I don't think there was one officer that they didn't try to discredit.
I see. You realize I will have to check this story for myself.
Of course. But you won't find a word about it on my file.
I know, but for my own peace of mind, I'm checking with the governor up there. I'm expecting him to ring me back tomorrow morning.
Good. I'm sure he'll be able to reassure you, Governor.
Thank you. That will be all. Oh, Miss Ferguson. I would appreciate it if you kept your distance from Hannah Simpson.
Very well.
What do you reckon they'll do to Fergo then, B? You think they'll get rid of her?
Oh, Davo's pretty fair and she doesn't like her officers playing up. I wouldn't be surprised if Ferguson just disappeared.
Fancy Maxie knowing all about it and not telling us.
Well, he could look after number one, and she wasn't exactly one of us, was she?
No, I suppose not.
Want a word with you, Simpson?
I've got nothing to say to you now. Let me go. Hey, what's going
I
on?
wasn't talking to you, Smith. Get moving.
Why? So you can take Hannah to some dark corner and bash her like you did Chrissy.
I'm warning you, Smith. Get moving, the lot of you.
Whatever you've got to say to me, you can say in front of them.
I'll decide that. Get your filthy hands off me.
We're staying right here, Ferguson. And you had better stay where we can see you. Because if you don't, we'll scream our tits off. And we'll do the same if you lay one hand on Hannah.
You stupid little bitch. Why did you tell the governor?
What's the matter, Miss Ferguson? Your past finally catching up with you?
You don't think for 1 minute she believed you, do you? Oh, you don't know when you're well off. You won't always have that bunch of cretins around to protect you.
This is worse than going for the bloody doll.
I'm sorry, but we've got to keep records for the PRG. They've got to know who's coming in and going out of this place. Now, let's see here. You got any medical problems, serious illnesses, something like that?
Oh, yeah, I'm a junkie. No.
All right, Donna. I'm going to give you the house rules. I think the main thing for you to understand here is that we won't have any drugs or any booze on the premises, understood?
Yeah. I'll get all I need at the rehabilitation centre.
Come in. Oh, hello, can I help you?
Yeah, hi, I'm Gloria Pittman.
Oh, yeah, Gloria. This is Donna Mason, Susie Driscoll. Gloria's got herself in a spot of trouble. She's going to stay with us for a few days.
Hello. Hi.
Well, come on, I'll show you your bedroom. You know, it's not decorated much yet. We're only just getting started, you know.
Oh, fine, anything will do.
Well, that's funny.
What?
Judy never mentioned she was expecting anyone.
I don't know.
Well, Dave had better do something about that bitch. Also, help me, I will get myself a hat trick and murder charges.
I might beat you to it.
And just you make sure you've always got someone with you. Don't go off on your own when she's on duty.
Didn't have much choice before, did I?
Ouch!
What's up, Bee?
I'm going to the loo, do you mind?
Bee's got herself an estate over that freak, hasn't she?
Yeah, I know. Now listen, you owe me $2 for race 3, right?
Yeah, and I gave you 15 bob for Samson's Delight in the 5th, and that came in.
Yeah, well that means I owe you $7.50. Take away the $2, that's $5.50 I owe you, right?
You know something? I reckon you should get a job in the TAB when you get out of here.
Oh, you gotta be kidding, Lizzie. By the time I get out of here, racehorses will be distinct.
What?
Distinct. You know, like dinosaurs.
Oh.
Come on, cheer up. As long as you do what Bea says and you stay out of her way, you'll be all right. That's where I made my mistake.
How much longer I've got to have someone holding my hand? I mean, my trial's up in a few days. I'll get 5 years at least. Get back here and she'll be waiting for me. God, this place is boring. They don't even have a television.
They don't have the money.
They don't have anything. I'm going out.
Where are you going?
To get a drink or something?
Not for dope.
Never touch the stuff.
I thought you were going to give it up.
Easier said than done sometimes. God, it got so bad in Wentworth, I thought I was going to die. Bea helped me through some of it.
Yeah, well, you're lucky she didn't knock your block off.
I wish she had have. At least I would have been out of it. All she did was talk.
Oh, come on, she's not as bad as some of them.
Yeah, I know. I wish I hadn't been so aggro with her. Wish I'd shown her how much I appreciated it. She's the only person who's ever taken time out just for me. Yeah. She is, ever.
I was right. Judy often goes in. She could take it in for you.
Yeah, I suppose I could.
Hey, Doreen, how about giving us a hand for about 5 minutes today?
Oh, yeah, sorry, V. It's just all these bets. Everybody's gone mad. They're betting on every no-hoper on the card, and I am going to make a fortune today.
Hey, Dor, here we are. Last lot. Maternity.
Oh, thanks, Lizzie. It's true. Yeah, well, look at this. $2 on Kingdom Folly. I can run faster than that.
All right, keep it down, just because you're raking it in. No need to let you know who in on it.
Oh, don't worry. As far as she's concerned, nobody has had a bet today.
Oh, it's Scrooge.
Hey, birds, outside.
Yes, Miss Ferguson. I haven't worked it out yet, Miss Ferguson, but it's not much, because nobody seems too interested today. How come you didn't want me to leave it behind the fire extinguisher? Hey!
I'll have that, Burns, and the rest.
What do you mean, the rest? That's all there is.
Do you want me to search you?
No. Look, how do you expect me to run a book if I haven't got any cash?
Hand it over.
All right. Here it is. Well, you can stick your bloody book. I'm not taking bets for you anymore.
You're dead right. because you won't be here.
No, not another transfer. Where are they shanghaiing me to this time?
You're not being shanghaied. You're being released.
What?
As from now, your sentence is over. You're going out those gates, hopefully never to be seen again.
Can't see what bloody harm it'd do if I just said goodbye to me mates.
Stop whinging, Burns. You're lucky to be getting out at all.
Yeah, I am. And at least I'll be getting away from bent screws.
Go on, get out. You'll probably be back before the end of the day.
I won't be back while you're here.
We'll see. You'll get tired of sleeping under railway bridges.
Yeah, that's true. Suppose it's a pity I sold my house. Yet with 70 grand in the bank, I got enough for a hotel for a few days.
Yes?
Pardon me. I wonder if I could see my daughter.
Have you an appointment for the visit?
No,
Name of prisoner.
Simpson. Hannah Simpson?
Right. Come with me.
Doreen! What the hell are you doing out here?
They just kicked me out. Must have been something I said.
That's great.
What are you doing here?
I just came to pick up some toys for the shop. Hey, you mind waiting a minute? I didn't think you'd get out so soon.
No, neither did I.
You got a place to stay?
No.
Well, you have now, huh? Why don't you wait in the taxi and you can come back with me?
Okay. Jude,
Yeah?
you going to see Bea or Lizzie?
I hope so. What?
Can you tell them that I didn't nick the betting money? Bloody old Ferguson, she pinched it.
Yeah, that'd be right. I'll only be a couple of minutes.
Right. Full name?
Pamela Janet Simpson.
Address?
17 Ignatius Street, Kensington.
I'm here, Judy.
Reason for visit?
I just want to see her, that's all.
Handbag.
What?
Your handbag has to be searched. What's this?
Well, they're mine. I haven't been very well.
Tranquilizers. You can collect them on your way out. Follow me.
Oh, hello, Judy.
Hello, Mrs. Morris.
Hey, what's the matter?
Nothing. Just Ferguson. If there was a nasty way to do something, she'd find it, wouldn't she?
Here are your soft toys. You must have quite a stock by now.
Yeah. Got enough to open a shop, eh? Oh, look, I got another printing order for the women, too. It's the local church. They want some handbills for the school fete. And I've got a letter here for Bea, too. It's from Donna. Do you see she gets it?
Of course.
Oh, Mum.
You know better than that, Simpson. No physical contact. And keep your hands in full view. No passing anything.
Oh, Hannah, how can you stand it? This is a terrible place.
I know, Mum.
They came to the house, said they were friends of yours. I was so frightened. So was that girl. What's her name?
Chrissy.
Yes, that's it. They said they were going to kill us. They had guns. Were they friends of yours, Hannah? You never had friends like that before. Oh, I was so frightened.
I know, Mum. I'm so sorry.
Can't you come home now, dear? Haven't the police finished asking you questions?
No, not for a long time, Mum.
Why? You haven't done anything wrong. You're a good girl. I told them that.
Mum, why don't you go and stay with Auntie Linda? She said you could.
How can I? I have to stay in the house or we'll lose it. I have to have somewhere for you to live when you come out.
God, I'm sorry, Mum. Here you are, Bea.
What's this? Mail call already?
Oh, it's from Donna. Judy's just dropped it in. Aren't you going to read it?
Yeah, later.
Oh, Mrs. Morris, where's Doreen? Hannah's gone to see her visitor, so we're 2 hands short now. We'll never get all this finished today.
Surely you know Doreen's gone.
Gone where?
Oh, her time was up. She was released. I mean, she would have known about it for a couple of days.
She never did. Dor wouldn't have left her old mates without saying goodbye.
No one told her, Mrs. Morris, I'll swear it.
Well, I'll check, but I know she was supposed to have been told. Someone must have forgotten to do it.
God. You wouldn't read about it.
No prizes for guessing which screw's got the bad memory.
Hannah, what's the matter?
Oh, Mrs. Morris, my mother, she's getting worse. She was okay for a while, but...
She's seen a doctor.
Yeah, but he wanted to put her to hospital and she doesn't want to leave her home. She really needs someone with her.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't know. No, my trial's up in a few days. It'll be worse for her then.
Why don't you go back to your cell and rest for a while?
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Morris, I'd really like to see my sister.
I'll see what I can arrange.
Thank you.
Come to relax before the lunchtime circus?
Yes, I think I need it.
Why, what's up?
Joan Ferguson?
Oh, yeah, you as well. I don't think Mrs. Davidson's too pleased with her at the moment over this Queensland business. I don't think Miss Ferguson will be with us much longer.
It's just that so much has happened since she arrived.
Excuse me, ladies. Mrs. Powell, do you know where Miss Ferguson is at the moment?
Yeah, she'll be patrolling D Block.
Well, could you find her and ask her to come to my office, please?
Certainly. Have you had a reply from Queensland?
Yes, I've just spoken to the governor up there. I can't say his reply was very satisfactory.
Not too much longer at all, I'd say.
After all we've been through together. Gone. Just like that. Didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Yeah, at least she's out. Lucky bugger. Wonder where she'll go.
You reckon she'll come and visit us, Bea?
Who knows? She may even be back in here tomorrow. Come on, you lot. Move yourselves. Stay right where you are. It was a neat little trick you pulled on Doreen.
What's it to do with you, Smith?
It wouldn't have hurt you to tell her she was going. She could at least have said goodbye.
She's out, isn't she? What more do you want? Besides, you lot would have organised little messages to go out with her.
I don't suppose she left any money behind for us, did she? Returning our bets?
Money? Bets? What are you talking about? There's no such thing as a prison bookmaker. You should know that.
Yeah. Stupid of me. I forgot.
You're sailing bloody close to the wind, Ferguson. And when Mrs. Davison checks up on Queensland, you're a goner.
She already has, Smith. And the governor up there gave her the truth. Lovely man. More like a friend than a boss. So, with all that nasty business out of the way, the department saw no reason not to give me these.
You're joking.
Of course not. My probationary period down here is over. The promotion was automatic. So it's now Senior Officer Ferguson. And you'd better believe it.
I must say, when you said you weren't satisfied with the report from Queensland, that Joan Ferguson must have been on her way out.
Well, I think she should be. But the governor gave such a glowing account of her, I have no reason to dismiss her.
What, the whole thing was a lie?
According to the record, yes. But personally, I can't believe anyone could be as flawless as the Queensland governor claims, especially from what I've seen of Miss Ferguson. But what can I do? There's no proof, no evidence, nothing.
Bash a prisoner and get promoted. Is that it?
Not in Wentworth, it isn't. And you and I are going to make absolutely sure the other officers don't get that impression.
Hi. Where's Donna?
Oh, she went out.
Oh, yeah? Where?
Don't ask me. I don't keep her on a lead.
Sorry, I thought you two were friends, that's all.
Sort of. Didn't know she was a friend of yours, though.
Look, you know, it's amazing what you can pick up in the street nowadays. Look what I found.
Oh, hi!
How did you get her?
Oh, well, the screws just got sick of me giving them cheek, and so they chucked me out.
I'm sorry, honey, this is Gloria. She's staying with us for a couple of days.
Hi, you just get out too.
Yeah, I was one of Vinegar's girls.
Ah, Barnhurst, eh? Bet you're glad to get away from there, and bloody old Mari Winter.
Yeah, real bitch.
Look, you'll be sharing with her for a while. I mean, we haven't got very many bedrooms ready. You know, we weren't expecting so many visitors.
Oh, well, that's okay, Jude. But if you want anything urgent, I've got plenty of money in the bag to buy stuff with.
Well, you better hang on to it, hadn't you? I mean, you don't know when you're going to get a job. You might need that money. Come on, I'm going to show you around. Then I'm going to make you a nice hot cup of tea.
I'd rather have a beer, Jude.
Well, you won't be getting it. Get out.
All right, Miss Simpson. Now, why the urgency of this meeting?
I want to know what chance I stand in court.
I could have told you that over the phone. You stand no chance of going free whatsoever. Nothing you've told me would recommend a plea of not guilty.
Would they take extenuating circumstances into account?
It depends, but I doubt it. What sort of circumstances?
Henry Ludlow, the guy who owned the factory that we robbed, was my father. When he got my mother pregnant, he swore he'd look after the both of us. Maybe he would have done if it hadn't been for his high-class family with all their high morals and high society. Anyway, they made him deny everything. And he left my mother with no money, no job, and a kid on the way. My mother struggled for years while that bitch sat back in her two-rack apartment whinging about the price of French champagne.
Well, it's a sad story, Miss Simpson, but it's no excuse for armed robbery.
I know, but it does explain why I did it. Look, he kept in contact occasionally just to see how I was from time to time. Never any money, though. The last time we heard from him was just before he died. He wrote my mother a letter explaining that he was changing his will and he was leaving me $50,000.
Do you still have the letter?
No, but Mum does.
No, I don't think it'll help. He obviously changed his mind.
I don't think he did. I think he did change his will, and when the family found out about it, they had it destroyed and used the previous one.
Oh, come on now. His solicitor would have had a copy.
Yeah, I know. And I think part of my $50,000 went to him to keep his mouth shut. That's why we couldn't prove a thing in court.
Well, at least you've told me more than you ever have. I can't guarantee it'll help, but we can give it a try. Let's see what we can make of it.
Donna, where the hell have you been?
Just out?
Look, don't you think it'd be safer to stay here for a while?
Well, Dora, bored him in here. What do you mean?
Are you stoned?
So I'm not. Stupid. Just had a couple of drinks, okay?
Look, just go to bed and try not to wake everybody up on the way, will you? Good night.
Good morning, Mr. Ludlow. Please, come in.
Thank you for seeing me without an appointment, Mr. Harper. I realise you must be terribly busy.
No more than usual.
Really? I understand you were handling the Hannah Simpson case. I would have thought that required a great deal of work.
I'm sure you haven't come here to discuss Hannah Simpson.
That's why I'm here exactly.
Well, you're an intelligent man, Mr. Ludlow. You know I can't discuss the case with you. The ethics of my profession
Are based on money, Mr. Harper. Let's make no bones about that. What I want to know is whether certain unsavory facts about my father are liable to be bandied around the courtroom.
I can't comment.
It's in your client's interest, I assure you. Would you concede there is a possibility it may happen?
Yes, it's possible.
Well, in that case, Mr. Harper, as we're a family of some standing in the community, we would like to offer a generous inducement for Miss Simpson to keep her smutty story to herself. Say $10,000.
It seems to me you're laying yourself wide open to a charge of perverting the course of justice.
Not at all. This is a private arrangement between two businessmen. You will put it to your client, won't you? After all, how else is she going to pay your fee?
All right, I'll ask her.
No! How dare
more than that in their petty cash tin.
Well, I'm quite glad to hear you say that. I felt I ought to pass it on to you, though I admit I didn't like it.
My mother went through hell trying to bring me up alone. Working 6 days a week, taking on extra jobs in the evening, making herself ill from exhaustion. And all they think it's worth is 10 bloody thousand.
It is a reasonable sum.
My father promised me $50,000, Mr. Harper. Enough to set my mother up with a place in the country somewhere. I'm in the mess I'm in thanks to that fine bunch of solid citizens. Well, I'm going to tell everything in court and watch those bastards squirm. Bastards.
Oh, I don't know. 10 grand's quite a lot. Wish someone would offer me that much.
Yeah, it's peanuts to them. They got so much money they've run out of banks to put it in.
Oh, bugger that. Why don't you just take the money and run?
Yeah, you would. Listen, Chrissy, you've been around Crims a long while. What sort of sentence do you reckon I'll get?
Well, let's see. What can they get you for? Armed robbery? Attempted escape from legal custody? Accessory to malicious assault? Conspiracy to escape? Oh, yeah, they'd probably sling an accessory to kidnapping at you and all. Oh, I reckon about 10 years.
10 years. Oh, that's terrific. $1,000 a year for 10 years. $20 a week to keep my mouth shut.
Suppose when you put it like that, doesn't seem much, does it?
My solicitor reckons that I should plead guilty and swing the court a really good story and tell them how sorry I am. Might get off a lot lighter. Maybe 2 years. 18 months with remission.
It's better than 10 years, isn't it?
10 years with bloody Ferguson.
How was the bed?
Oh, not too bad. Takes a bit of getting used to, you know. That Gloria's a bit funny, isn't she?
Now, why do you say that?
Oh, I don't know. She doesn't talk much. I couldn't get anything out of her last night about Barnhurst. What was she in there for?
Well, how the hell should I know, Doreen? I don't give them the third degree when they walk in the door, do I? They want a place to stay, they got a place to stay. No questions asked. I mean, hasn't it ever occurred to you that girl may have had a really bad time at Barnhurst?
Yeah, I suppose it takes all types, eh?
Yes. Listen, how are the jobs, Susie?
Oh, pretty grim as usual. I think I'll wander down to CES, see how things are going.
Yeah, I might come too.
What for? What are you on a job for? You've got plenty of money.
Yeah, I know I have, but I may as well apply for the dole and get as much out of the bloody government as I can.
Hey, what time did Donna get up? I didn't hear her.
She didn't. She's still in bed.
Oh, God. I better wake her. That girl's got a drug referral appointment.
You coming?
Yep. You know, it's been so long, you're going to have to show me what to do.
Mrs. Simpson?
Sorry, dear?
I'm Meg Morris.
Are you a policewoman? I've never seen a policewoman in grey before.
I'm a prison officer from Wentworth.
You should see this garden in the spring. It's so beautiful.
Mrs. Simpson, I've come to see you for Hannah. She's very worried about you.
Hannah? Oh, dear, do you know where she is? Please tell her to come back home again. She's a good girl, but she fell in with the wrong crowd. You know how it is these days. She thinks I don't like her because of her friends. But it's not true. I wanted to come home.
I don't get it. I didn't think you were that keen on getting a job.
I'm not. Oh, well, I suppose I am. You can't sit around doing nothing all day. Got to go out and have some fun. It's boring being with the same people all the time. That's just like being in Wentworth.
Yeah. Are you going to tell him you've been on the inside?
Oh, of course not. I want to get the job, don't I? You don't tell him that, do you?
Nah, I tell him I've just got out of school. Doesn't make much difference, though. They usually ask for a report or a reference or something.
Should ask Dave how to write you one.
Yeah.
How do you reckon the halfway house is?
Oh, it's better than sleeping out.
Yeah. I reckon Jude's doing a really good job. Well, here it is. What the bloody hell's a clicker?
I don't know. Suppose we'll find out. Good luck, Dor.
Yeah, you too. Come on.
Hello, I'm Barbara Fields. Take a seat.
I'm Doreen Burns. The CES sent me here about the job.
Oh, of course. Well, I'll tell you a bit about it first. We're looking for someone in the finishing room. The job's pretty tedious, but it's not hard. You just have to spray lacquer onto the shoes to make them shiny.
Oh, sounds all right.
The usual working conditions apply, of course. 4 weeks annual holiday. There's a staff superannuation scheme, and the social club's pretty active.
Oh, it's great.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah. The girl who was in here before.
Susan Driscoll?
Yeah, well, I was just wondering if she got the job or not.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't talk about other people.
Oh, well, it's all right. She's my mate, and,
Well, no, I'm afraid not. The boss doesn't like employing too many juniors. We haven't had much luck with them in the past.
She's a real good worker.
I'm sorry. Now, let's get some details about you, shall we? What's your address?
Number 32, Worthington Street, Wentworth.
The same as Susan. Well, I don't have to ask you about your previous employment, do I?
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. The place got enough publicity. Every employer in the district knows that it's a halfway house. You've just been released from prison, haven't you?
Hi, Judy.
Oh, hi. How'd you go?
Oh, fine, thanks. Was really relaxed and the atmosphere was good and...
I didn't think you were going to get up this morning. I never thought you'd make it.
I was glad of a chance to go there. If anyone can dry me out, they can.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the woman that runs the place? What's her name? She's a real nice lady, too, you know, blonde hair.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember her name either. I'm hopeless with names. I'm really tired now. I think I'll go and have a sleep.
Okay, love.
She didn't go. What? Odyssey has. I just checked with them. She didn't turn up.
Hey, Gloria, you start painting down that end and we'll meet in the middle, okay?
Rightio.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, love. Now, don't put things on the counter. Can't you see we're painting it?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You've been buying up big.
Yeah, I went to see my bank manager. He said that all my stuff's in a trust account or something, but he gave me some to splash around with till he gets it all sorted out.
Oh. Hi, Susie.
Oh, hi, Suze. Just in time. I've got a present for you.
What for? It's not my birthday.
No, but it wasn't that long ago, and I couldn't buy a present for you then. And besides, I thought that'd cheer you up because you didn't get the factory job.
Yeah, well, you thought wrong. I need a job, not charity.
Susie, Doreen's just giving you a present, not sympathy.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything like that, Suze. We're mates, remember?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks, Dor.
Yeah, well, this is for you, Jude. Well, not for you, really. It's for the house.
Oh. Wish it was a love letter. I can't take this.
Of course you can. Say it's my rent money.
But it's $2,000, Doreen. That's too much.
No, it's not. The halfway house needs it more than I do. I've got over 60 grand in the bank.
Well, you won't have it for long if you keep giving it away like this. I mean, you don't know how long it's going to take you to get a job.
Well, I got the first job I went for today. I started the shoe factory on Thursday.
That's great, baby.
Thanks, Dor. It's great.
Oh, bugger it. Got a mouth as big as me bank balance.
Hey, Donna! Donna, what's going on?
Oh, just a minute.
Donna?
Okay, Suze, I'm coming. Sorry. Sorry.
Have you been shooting up?
What makes you say that?
Well, you always lock the door.
I was just having a sleep. Where would I get the smack from anyway? I was just lying down. Close the door from force of habit, okay?
that?
A present from Doreen.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'll have some sleep.
There you are. I thought you'd be in the rec room with the others.
No, I'd like to be by myself for a while, thanks.
Got a visitor?
How come? Thought I was only allowed one visitor a week.
Well, the governor's given special permission. Must be somebody important. And Mrs. Ludlow?
Yeah, I don't want to see her. I'm not selling 5 years of my life.
What do you mean?
The Ludlow family want to give me $10,000 to keep my mouth shut in court. They don't want anyone to know I'm one of their poor relations.
Oh, I suppose it's not a lot by their standards, but what have you got to lose?
5 years of my sentence, Mrs. Morris. 5 more years stuck in here with Miss Ferguson.
Has she been intimidating you?
What's the point in me saying anything? I mean, it's her word against mine, isn't it?
I can get you a transfer to Barnhurst if you like.
Thanks. 5 years is a long time, no matter where I am.
Well, with remission and parole, you'll be out long before that.
For a lousy $10,000.
I went to see your mother today. She's a very sick woman. I think you should see Mrs. Ludlow.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Could be the last opportunity I get to tell her what I really think about it.
My son's already made you an offer through your solicitor, Miss Simpson. I've come here to make a personal plea that you accept.
Why? So you can look your blue-rinsed friends in the face and pretend my father was a saint?
Did you hate him so much?
Hate him? I hardly even knew him, thanks to you. Thanks to you, he left my mother stranded with his child. No. I didn't hate him. I hated his weakness for not standing up to you.
I only did what I thought was best to protect his position.
What about my mother's position? How would have you coped, Veronica? Would you have been able to work day and night to feed your kid? Put her through school? Pay endless amounts of bills? No. When I was 7, he sent me a doll for my birthday. No gift wrapping, no card, just a cheap plastic doll. My mother cried for a week and I never knew why. Do you know that was the only thing he ever gave us? 2 months before he died, he sent my mother a letter explaining that he left me $50,000 in his will. What happened to that, Veronica?
He obviously changed his mind. There was nothing in the will about you.
Wasn't there? Are you sure you didn't bribe your solicitor into losing the last copy?
Don't be ridiculous.
Maybe the judge will believe me.
How much do you want?
I want what's mine, what he promised me, $50,000.
That's too much.
You're right, it's far too much. The family name isn't worth it.
Very well. I'll see that my son arranges it.
Good. Oh, and by the way, it's to go to my mother, not me.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Not shooting up, eh?
I can't live without it. Please don't tell anyone.
Well, why shouldn't I?
Because I'll have to go back into Wentworth then, and I can't survive in there. I can't.
How the hell did you get the money? Oh, well, that's obvious. You've been turning a few tricks.
So what if I have? You've got no right to be so bloody high and mighty about it.
Oh, Jesus, I thought I was stupid. But you take the cake. Look, there are a million people out there keen to help you dry it, and you just ignore them.
Get nicked. Who the hell are you to tell me how to run my life? Or any of those do-gooders at Odyssey House? I'll live the way I want to live. I'm going to be dead in 6 months' time anyway, so what difference does it make? Just piss off and leave me alone, will you?
Oh, don't be stupid.
I'm not being stupid. I'm not. Look, the dope is going to get me sooner or later anyway. I know that. And if it doesn't, there are a million guys who are willing to do anything to get me out of that courtroom. They'll be doing me a bloody favour, too. It's a bit late for me to start wearing a halo.
Would you put it down, please? It's mine.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses